morning, good morning, good morning, you lovely lot. Just looking at the clock and it's 20 to 11 and I am still in PJs, no makeup on. Do you know what? I don't care. Because it is Monday, I've got nothing booked in all day apart from chopping and stewing rhubarb, planting up some onions and potentially starting my essay, my final essay. That's it. I'm enjoying a day of doing very little. Did the lights just go funny then? Anywho, my friend is going to come and grab a pair of scales, weighing scales that she wants. Why do I say a pair of scales? It's not a pair, it's just one item. But it feels like I should have said a pair of scales. Would anyone else have said a pair of scales there? And if so, why? Anywho, I'm going to get the scales out so she can borrow them because hers are broken and she's cooking. So I'm going to sort that out and then I'm going to go back to my editing and answering all of my comments on both my channels. And generally just trying to get on top of my editing before starting the other jobs. It is a beautiful day out there too. Well, my friend's been and got what she was after and I have been chatting for about half an hour with her. I've probably got a cold cup of tea now, although my cup of tea is on my tea warmer and it does a pretty good job, I have to say. Not bad. It would have been stone cold had I not used my warmer. Okay, it's nearly lunchtime. Not that I need to eat anything because I've had second breakfast, but it's nearly 12 o'clock. In fact, it probably is 12 o'clock. And I have edited a video. It is going up and I've replied to so many comments. And I've sorted out an email address for the second channel for potential working with other companies, should that be a thing. I just think the channel is growing fast. So potentially I could be of interest to, you know, I don't want to say sponsors, but because, you know, if it doesn't work with my channel and what have you, then I wouldn't do it. But that channel is definitely open more to people sending me things to try out, that kind of thing, products, interesting bits and bobs. So I've just put a little email address in there so that anything that goes to that email address will be filtered out and not get lost in amongst my normal email address. So I need to get dressed. I need to dust. I need to clean the bathroom. I need to make the bed. Then I'm going to go and chop and stew some rhubarb. The bathroom has had a really good scrub. I've kind of de-lime scaled as many things as possible, bleached the floor where there's these marks that you can probably see in front of the sink and either side of the toilet where feet go. It's leaving a mark. Now, I have bleached it so many times and it has improved, but in certain lights like this, you can still see it. And it's really quite frustrating. Maybe we shouldn't have got a light coloured floor. Anyway, that job is done and I need to throw some clothes on so I can start with the stuff that requires I need to go outside. And because the day is so beautiful, I can hang the laundry out. So the laundry is now hanging. I bought this Era ages ago. It's a bit rubbish. It wibble wobbles all over the place. This is the electric one that you plug in, but obviously can be used unplugged, which we are. And I've just thrown Kenzie's trousers over the goose pen. This seems to be working as I had hoped. So you can see the straw and goose poo has washed through. And now we have like a little reservoir of plant food to keep them moist. And the same with that one. So that's looking good. Nothing's yet happening with the seedlings other than I had to take this off because they were going mouldy. The compost was going mouldy. So giving them a good water and I'm leaving them without that. And the same for the peas up there. I took the cellophane off of that as well. What I do need to do, I think, is make a cup of tea, come and sit out in the garden and do my onions. What pots am I going to use? I believe I need 1 pot per group of onions. So I guess... thing is, I want the lettuces to grow in some of these pots. Maybe I need more pots. Maybe I need more pots. It says 25 centimetres between each. So does that mean... Oh, hold on. That pot's got to be about 25 centimetres. Could I grow one in a pot, do you think? Right, I'm going to plant up 2 pots and see how that does. Because these are both about, well, they're bigger than 25 centimetres. They are, what's that, 21 centimetres. So that's got to be about the same. It's not quite 25 centimetres, is it? But that'll do. Let's pot those up. Okie dokie. I have planted up my onions. I put 2 in there because I was running out of space and it's a bigger pot, and I thought that can be a bit of a test. Can I do 2 onions in there or not? It said to plant them in bunches, even though these look like individual little onions. It says plant them in bunches, 25 centimetres apart. So my view is there is a 25 centimetre diameter. Maybe that's enough. I don't know. But we'll see. Anyway, they are in reservoirs of water. I will find out whether or not that's too much water, and, you know, I can adjust it accordingly. But I'm hoping that that will stop them drying out. It's just a bit of a backup situation because, you know, I do go on house sits. This pile of pots is shrinking, which is good. I need to save those for my lettuces. I think when my lettuces are growing significantly enough to transfer onto a bigger pot, I'm going to put several in a pot and put those probably outside. But again, I will see how it goes. Another quick job I've done is to sort out the goose mix. So I'm currently mixing pellets, which are down there. I'm mixing those with bugs, dried bugs, which I've now poured into the box, or into that bag actually that I've just shown you. And I've emptied the rest of the corn mix into that bag as well, because there was space. That means I can get it all into this bin without worrying about the rats coming in and helping themselves to it. And then I've filled up this bucket too, which is the daily go get it and give it to the geese box. It's 2 o'clock. I'm taking the dogs for a walk. There's potential for rain, so I thought if I do it now, it's also before the school kicks out. Sorry about the wind. It does feel like it might be annoying, the volume on this. But also, Link doesn't like the kids, you see, so it's before the school kicks out. And then he has to deal with a whole bunch of kids at the park. Come on, you. Good boy. That was a funny pheasant noise. Come on in. Hoping that the clouds will just blow over. Can't even really see what direction they're moving in. It's a bit windy down on the ground level, but doesn't seem to be doing anything up there. Lots of fluffy clouds. Come on in. I can't remember the last time I had a relatively chilled weekend and a Monday with nothing booked in. I should be writing an essay. But I haven't finished my hours yet, so it's not important. Well, it is important, but it's not under a time constraint. I'm just making the most of this quiet, chilled time, doing things I want to do, doing some of the pottering jobs around the house and the garden that need doing. I'm going to stew that rhubarb and enjoy some of that with some evaporated milk. And I might do a bit of colouring, or my jigsaw. I'm very much enjoying this little walk. Not very far, but just blows out the cobwebs, doesn't it? Bit of fresh air, bit of sunlight on the skin. Good for the soul. Walk completed. Rhubarb to be harvested. Can I pull it out, or do I have to cut it? Let's have a look. That one's coming out. And that one. That's massive. And that one. Gonna have a lot of stewed rhubarb. Oh, that one broke. And do I leave some of these to get thicker? I think so. Okay. Oh, look at that pretty flower. That was hidden by the leaves. Okay, those are no good. They can go. And that one can go. Right. I'm just going to take the leaves off that. And yeah, that can grow a bit more for the next harvest. Got a nice little pile there which I need to peel and stew, but my food bin is slightly overflowing, so I'm going to go and empty that into the compost waste that goes with the bins. I haven't got my own compost, unfortunately. So much for just sitting down and doing things. I noticed there was an awful lot of marks on the wall where shoes get put on that box. I mean, the paint's pretty rubbish anyway, but there's marks going up the stairs as well, scratch marks, and just where Kenzie comes in with his bike, there was like tyre splashes and mud splashes. If it's been wet and the dog's come through the door, all of that. So I have bleached all around this area just to freshen it up a little bit. My rhubarb is stewed and cooling off there. I'm looking forward to having some of that later. And I just made myself a very quick lunch with some picky bits from M&S. Now I'm going to take my tea. I think I'm just going to sit and watch some YouTube.